We gather to vet a disputed nominee for office of Chief Justice of Ghana.
Yeah, majority leader, what's he saying?
To look him in the face here before this committee and refer to him as a disputed nominee and expect me to sit here and not respond. So, Mr. Chairman, he has to withdraw and apologize to him.
Exactly. Untimenkas or a disputed nominee. Now, this is the beginning of the fight.
The majority leader is clearly acting in bad faith, seeking to obstruct the rather peaceful processes we have started, and as it were, try to use his numbers to intimidate.
Yes, I intend to be offensive because he has told me that I am here to deliberately obstruct the minority. What did you say about that? To describe my conduct here as deliberately obstructing the minority when I'm trying to keep him to the rules.
That is exactly the majority leader, Mahama Ayariga, responding to the minority leader, Afenyo-Markin.
Mr. Chairman, if the majority leader has anything to say in opposition to my opening remarks, he has a right bona fide as a leader of government business and as a leader of the House to also state his submission.
In fact, I was for the echo swing say justice for a omo mo swene amana bedi ejuma amakana because a former Chief Justice Gertrude Tukono. Some way somehow petition be erased say a President Mahama wabano on yinedi. Some way somehow omo yinedi na enra Monday 10th November omo veti the newly selected person Justice Paul Baffoe Bonnie. Yes, onona oye nominee ye veti no na ensemna escalate sa no. Chese Afenyo-Markin odisia na majority leader odiasi. Chese majority leader versus minority leader. Each of them were prepared before this. But this time around, it wasn't the case at this point. Now, Afenyo-Markin at this point, say, a politically motivated choice and omudi a Baffoe Bonnie obey Chief Justice.
Giving rise to the nomination is purely political, and every Ghanaian adult knows this. Your side raised it as a political issue during the campaign. You are going to remove Justice Tokonu as Chief Justice, and that has happened. If in my statement I contextualize, can't I have these bona fides also that I have to be obstructed by the majority leader when you have every unfettered right to raise your issues? Chairman,
here comes the majority leader with counter-attack via Odia face.
When you refer to the nominee as Chief Justice, the minority objected to the reference to the nominee as Chief Justice and said that he is not a Chief Justice, he is a nominee to the post of Chief Justice, and so you must refer to him appropriately. Or acting Chief Justice, because he's also an acting Chief Justice. And an acting Chief Justice is a Chief Justice. Now, he has referred to the nominee as a disputed nominee. Disputed nominee. Disputed nominee. You are in court what? Are you in court litigating his nomination? No. Are you in court disputing his nomination? You are not in court challenging his nomination. So to the extent that you are not in court challenging his nomination, there is no dispute about his nomination. If there is a dispute about some other action. So you have no right to look him in the face here before this committee and refer to him as a disputed nominee and expect me to sit here and not respond. So, Mr. Chairman, pursuant to our own rules, he has to withdraw and apologize to him for referring to him as a disputed nominee when he is not a disputed nominee.
At this point, chairperson have to come in to silence everybody and put things in order. Bernard Ahiafo.
Please proceed and raise your issue. Avoid the use of disputed Chief Justice. Once, I do not have a right to refer to him as a Chief Justice, but Chief Justice nominee. Let us all observe that rule and refer to him as such.
Here comes Afenyo-Markin against with another attack.
Let me be unequivocally clear. The minority in Parliament objects to and unequivocally condemns the coordinated campaign to subjudicate Ghana's judiciary to political domination. Chairman, the facts speak for themselves.
I object again. I object again.
On the 22nd
I object again.
April,
I object again, Chairman.
on 22nd of April,
I object again.
2025.
Chairman, I object again. I object.
So the background you are hearing, I object to a majority leader, Mahama Ayariga. Just say, one man-to-man marking be or match a Afenyo-Markin, no? A young grow. A car de ka blues, a car so moody blues a be face war. And I be who dear obey me yonko honor. Na prof omudi sisi anino. Esewani.
The facts speak for themselves. On April 22nd, 2025, Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Tokonu was suspended as a result of a prima facie determination by the Council of State as contained in the public announcement made by the executive. We, the minority, hold the view that the subsequent committee that was set up under the chairmanship of His Lordship Gabriel Scott Puama to trial, I need to be listened to, and he has to pay attention to language as used in context.
Majority leader was really prepared to troll Afenyo-Markin, to frustrate him and to make him bazaar. Afenyo-Markin on the other side was prepared, came there to distract and then cause commotion to the gathering because Omon supported this gathering data.
We hold a view that the removal of Her Ladyship Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Tokonu was cloaked in some opaque circumstances unacceptable to the jurisprudence of our country.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, I intend to be offensive because he has told me that I am here to deliberately obstruct the minority. What did you say about that? To describe my conduct here as deliberately obstructing the minority when I'm trying to keep him to the rules. When you say the conduct of a judge, we're not talking about the personal conduct, who he slept with and who he didn't sleep with. We're talking about his work, how he conducted his work. You are saying that the committee conducted its work in an opaque manner. That's what you are saying. In darkness, that's what you are saying. And that the outcome of their work is a travesty of justice. That's what I'm saying. And you are not in court challenging the conduct of the committee. You are not. You as a person, you are not in court challenging the conduct of the committee. You know the rules in the Constitution regarding the work of the proceedings. You haven't shown at any stage that the rules in the Constitution governing the work of the committee have been breached in any way. How can you come and sit here and describe the work as opaque, a travesty of justice, and improper removal, and etc., and expect me to sit here and allow you to do that? You are clearly violating the rules. And when I try to guide you how to go about your work, then you say that I'm trying to obstruct you.
What is the fairness in this? He just raised the objection. He didn't refer to any rule this time. This time, he didn't refer to any rule. And then he says that we should go and do press conference.
Honorable
Chairman,
Minority Leader, kindly proceed.
it is our contention that the process leading to the removal of Her Ladyship Justice Araba Isaba Tokonu was unfair, it lacked due process, it did not adhere to any constitutional procedure.
Chairman,
And
Chairman,
we
I
continue
hope, Chairman,
to say
I hope, Chairman, that persistently
any Ghanaian suffer second
violating
justice.
the rules of this house.
Chense, omo ma Afenyo-Markins and Lando. It was interesting. Omo man lande. Chense, boot for boot. When you finish boot for boot match. Which you know I want to say. So you see the banter. Just interestingly, banter no na here same kuma. Just say the show were dedicated to the two of them, with the chairman. Eye Bernard here for. What you know I want to say. And I mean, justice to be no, aye veteran. He was throughout the show without a word. Oh, show musia no more di pradada.
That we are not sitting here as a committee over any decision made by another committee or a court of competent jurisdiction. So bringing same or making same as a subject matter of discussion, with all due respect, this is not fair to members of those committees and those who presided over those cases. So if we are playing by the fair principles, please let's refrain from all those things and be guided by our rules in raising our issues. Minority Leader, you just spoke about fairness. So is it fair that a committee that is not before us, their rulings are brought here and described in a manner unwarranted by our rules? So with all due respect, this will clearly be in breach of natural justice. We don't have the opportunity of the people being heard. So why are we commenting on them? So please, let's proceed. You can give your remarks, but be guided as such.
Chairman, 7 separate proceedings across 3 jurisdictions. Our own Supreme Court, the High Court, and the ECOWAS Court of Justice now challenge the constitutional validity of that removal. Not one has been heard on its merits.
Mr. Chairman.
Yet, while these cases remain pending, while the very question of whether a vacancy exists remains sub judice, there is a nomination to replace.
I object.
Can have the floor.
Araba Isaba Tokonu.
Honorable Minority Leader, hold it. Majority Leader, you said you object. What are you objecting to?
All the questions about what happened, if you had waited and we started proceedings and you throw a question to the nominee to get his views on the matter, I may not object. But you can't just be allowed to run down everybody and get up and walk because you are Afenyo-Markin. Why? It will not be allowed. I am going to look, this whole issue about you making a preliminary statement, show me a rule that says that you have a right to make a preliminary statement. Show me in our standing orders anything that says that you, Afenyo-Markin, have a right to make preliminary statements. You don't. Listen, we developed it as a practice. We developed it as a practice where normally the 2 leaders may make welcoming statements and general open statements, but you have converted it into a platform to do a press conference where you attack and impugn people and walk away with it. I'm saying that today you will not attack anybody and walk away whilst I sit in this committee.
And at this point, Mama Ayariga ni bofu So what Afenyo-Markin, when I catch you, say, "Oh, right to make preliminary statement," and now on also counter the other side. You got it? No inch of the rules. Oh, my name Busukura. Just say, serious case.
Two, that the substantive matters
Honorable
so
Minority
let
Leader.
me finish.
With all
Chairman,
due respect.
You allowed
Hold on.
the minority leader. I'm
I'm
responding
not
to his
asking
objection.
the Minority Leader to raise an issue. Order.
I am responding to
Order.
I'm responding.
Honorable
Let me
Minority
respond.
Leader.
Let me respond.
Honorable Minority
Let me
Leader, hold
respond to
it.
him.
Honorable Minority Leader, hold it. May your microphone be off, Minority Leader.
Chairman, just a second. Bear with
Minority
me.
Leader,
Chairman.
let your microphone be off. Hear
Chairman.
me out.
Very well. I will hear you.
Yes,
and
I'm
then
supposed
continue my
to
argument.
play the fair game here.
If you make your point, we respond.
Honorable Minority Leader,
What is wrong?
please, just
I don't have to
observe
respond.
me.
The Fiamma Paul spoke.
Hear
for
what I
almost
will want
20
to
minutes.
say. Honorable members, can there be an order? Order. I don't want to hear anybody's voice again.
It is the more reason for the minority's concerns to be heard. Here is he suggesting that nothing should be raised that is likely to affect the outcome of a pending suit. That is what he says.
Chairman.
there is- I have the floor. You've not called me.
Chairman, the rules.
You have not called him. Chairman, you see, Chairman, he puts on the rest.
The rules are clear.
No, it's not.
The rules are clear. The rules are clear, Chairman. The rules. So when you
Just comes in. But you just put on your microphone and speak. Leader, you just put on your microphone and speak.
All these objections that they are raising here and there has one aim, that the minority must not be heard for posterity. They know that if these views get into Hansard, it will come back and haunt them someday. That is all that they are doing. But they should allow us. I'm responding to, you see, Chairman, Chairman, what the majority leader is doing is not fair. He raises his issues. You don't have to respond. When you are responding, he now determines how you should respond to him. The chief whip has spoken. You have spoken. When you are talking, you don't calculate the hours.
You see, so Afenyo-Markin's the frustrating was getting intense. It was getting too much out of hand to the point. Ayariga came in to say, break. They gotta go for cocoa break.
Honorable members, order.
When you are talking,
Order.
When you are talking, you
Honorable
don't
members,
talk about the
on
time.
this note, we'll break for cocoa. So it's time for cocoa break.
But when they came, minority boycotted the rest of the case. And here they are. I had them normal piano.
You don't have the blessing of the nation.
On this note, proceed. And you are expected to give response to the
That's fine. Okay. Please. So leave him. Hold the view.
Okay. We all join. Please.
Ready.
Please, all of you join us. Let Honorable Ayariga do address the press.
Interesting times. All right, so Omufri Honoman, whatever has to take in place actually went on. Omantiman Sadeno and Siomukwan. All right, shall I join our comment section so for this interesting stuff? Now subscribe to this channel to be part of us. All right, Emerson 4 Zazie aka you be the head. May I say, Piao.